I like that car park with lots of big spaces. I'm in the Isle of Wight countryside on the east-ish coast, or in from the east coast at Brading Roman Villa. It's very quiet here. It's Saturday afternoon, I think it's about the 13th of July, and I'm going to have a wander around the villa here. I can see the sea over there. I don't know if you can see the sea. There was a signpost for a hilly thing up there, hilly walk. And this is the car park for the Roman Villa. Not many people here. Yeah, it's been a glorious day. This is the last full day on the island. This morning I drove up towards East Cowes to go and see Osborne House. So I had a walk around the gardens, down to the beach, the Swiss chalet, basically all the things apart from going in the house. Not really up for that, but I like a Roman villa. Yeah, it's quite nice at Osborne. Got there first thing, had a walk around for about 3 hours I think, and then decided to come round in a circular route and made it to this villa. Got a fancy new entrance hall and a fancy building where it's all covered up by the looks of it, with grass moss on the top. Last entry was 3 and it's now 15:15, but we're going to have a bomb round for 45 minutes. All this is very cool. This mosaic's got an eye symbol.
Good afternoon. Sorry, I didn't see you coming. Yeah, she told us we're right on the edge of
And the eye symbol was commonly believed to ward off evil and to hold healing powers. This floor is unusual when compared to the other mosaics found here because of its simplicity. There's my mate Paul. It says here the front corridor gave access to the public rooms of the villa. The family rooms are at the back. Lovely colours there. The tesserae are made from clay and chalk. Some of the red tesserae have lines and patterns on them. These were made from recycled tiles. Now that's Paul. He's more smartly dressed. There's a man with a cockerel on his head. He's called Gallus. This one I think is a nymphaeum or sacred pool. It was fed by natural springs. And this chap in the middle here is an astronomer. He points to a celestial globe, while on his right is a pillar sundial, and to his left a horizontal sundial. This building was put up in 2004 to protect the mosaics after a load of flooding it's a cooler temperature and they're all drying out. This is in a little hut, little wooden hut, showing the hypercaust. Doesn't get into the main building. Yeah, some kids' things. Yeah, it was great inside. Apart from the Bacchus mosaic, I think they were saying, everything else is in its original position. And they had to lift that, glue it together and put it back in place. So this is the outside area. Very smart building. And there's a couple of things outside here. Here we've got the footprint of what was the North Range, with the Bath area and the hypercaust there. Yes, this is another part of the North Range. And this is just before the main building. So that building on the left is a cafe, entrance in the middle, and then the covered mosaics over there. And this is the foundations of the South Range, it says. I won't show you the signs because they're really hard to read, very faded. There we go, Brading Roman Villa. Yeah, that was a quick tour. We spent ages at Osborne this morning, although I didn't film a lot there. Went down to the beach. I thought getting to Brading Roman Villa on the way back is on my list of things to do. Anyway, done that. Back to campsite tomorrow, Sunday the 14th. The idea is to do Carisbrooke Castle and then a ferry back at 4 o'clock. Head home and have a sit down, I think, now. And I'll leave you today with Brading Down, a nature reserve on the top of the hill. Just found this on the way back to the campsite. Do you want to have a look? Do you want to have a look? Here we go. That's looking west across the island. Can't see a lot, it's all behind the trees. And that's heading down to the south point. Black Gang Chinish over there. Turns the corner and then starts coming up to, I think, Shanklin. And this is Sandown, where I was the other day, which not impressed with really. And then back into the Solent. There's no overnight camping here, but it's almost illegible because it's overgrown. Sit here for a few minutes, I think. Catch you soon.